So we have these really nice Shishitos that I picked up from the farmer's market, and we're gonna use them to make some cream Shishitos. And it's really simple. So it's just 8 ounces or so of Shishitos. Obviously you can scale this up or down. And you just slice them nice and thin with a knife, a couple cloves of garlic, a couple medium to large shallots, both sliced up, and then obviously some cream. Gets finished with a little grated parmigiano and some freshly grated nutmeg. You know, it's good on its own as a little side dish. It's, you could toss it with some pasta, you could put it on a pizza, you could put it into a breakfast burrito. We're in the middle of Shishito season, so this is a great time to get a little bit creative with Shishitos, because I think that a lot of times people end up doing kind of the same things over and over again. And actually, when I made these cream Shishitos and put them on Instagram last week, a bunch of chef friends texted me and were like, yo, how do you make those? Because I am so bored of what I do with Shishitos. A pan on medium heat, tablespoon or so of olive oil. You could use canola as well. And just gonna start by sweating out the Shishitos, garlic, and shallots all together. And this dish comes, I keep calling it a dish, it's not even a dish. It's like a component, a side dish, whatever you want to call it. It comes together in, 15 minutes or so. Shishitos in, shallots in, garlic in. Whenever you're sweating stuff, it's a good idea to add salt at the beginning. Helps draw out moisture, which helps them cook down faster. Gets you to that sweating point earlier. A little bit of ground pepper. I'm just gonna let that go. Give it a stir every now and then. Make sure that nothing's sticking. If it starts to look too dry and it's taking on color, you can always add a touch more oil, but you really don't want to add too much, and you can always adjust the flame, come down a little bit on the heat. You know, you start out with a mountain of stuff. As water content cooks out, you end up a lot less. This recipe is much a non-recipe. It takes no real effort at all. Shishitos aren't gonna knock your socks off with heat or anything. I'm sure you've all heard that sort of adage that 1 in 8 Shishitos is hot. And I've definitely gotten those that you get once in a while, you get one that's got some heat to it, but most of the time they're very mild pepper. Okay, so it's been, about 8 minutes or so. The vegetables have softened, but they've still got some texture to them. Give them a taste. They should still have some chew, but definitely softened up. And I'm just gonna go in with some heavy cream. It's like a cup of cream. You can certainly use less if you want. We're cooking this down anyways, but it's cream Shishitos. Live a little. So just add the cream, stir it together, bring it to a simmer, and we're just gonna let that go at a simmer and everything get happy and cook down together. Got that sort of cream spinach vibe that, if you've ever been to a steakhouse and had some cream spinach, kind of know the consistency we're looking for. So it's been a few minutes, and you can see we're at that nice consistency we're looking for. You could leave this a little looser, toss it with some pasta, roll this in a breakfast burrito like this. It'd be awesome. So, kill the heat, and then grated nutmeg. You usually find that finishing some cream spinach. I'm gonna use it here. You can certainly go without if you want. If you don't want that sort of warm spice steakhouse vibe deal from the nutmeg, some lime zest would be really good. And then this is some parmigiano. make it as cheesy as you like, between a half ounce to an ounce of Parmigiano. Smells really, really awesome. So you can see Shishitos still have some nice color to them. Creamy, creamed Shishitos. This is the kind of stuff that I want to make when I go to the farmer's market, where I just don't want to do a lot of work and I don't want to manipulate beautiful vegetables too much when they're at the height of their season. Can't recommend this enough.